Alright, I'm going to be playing a league in Penny Dreadful with mono blue Yorion wizards. So this is a deck that is using Naban to double all of the ETBs of your wizards, and then Sapphire Medallion to discount them all by 1. And then you can play several copies of Seagate Oracle in a turn, you can flicker them with Essence Flux, and then you draw a bunch of cards, and then you can repeatedly Venser your opponent if you have an Naban in play. To double the triggers, then you can play Venser targeting your opponent's card, and then Venser, and you can repeatedly do that, like Capsize. And it also has cards like Thassa to blink a creature every turn. And if you blink Venser, if you have Naban, you can bounce 2 of their cards every turn without spending mana. And even if you don't, you can just bounce a card every turn. You can also do it with Ether Channeler, though it can't hit lands or spells. And it also just has a lot of value as a mid-range deck. Like, it just draws a lot of cards even if you don't have Naban with Seagate Oracle. And then you have a bunch of flicker effects. You have like Dowerport Mage, Essence Flux, Thassa to just get a lot of more triggers, and you have Yorion as well. So I'm playing this deck because I want to play Familiars, which is a deck I ported from Pauper to PD for quite a few seasons. But we don't have any kind of ghostly flicker effect. We also don't have Frantic Search to make a lot of mana. So this is kind of the next best thing. And it is very similar with Sapphire Medallion, which is kind of like Merfolk Banneret, or whatever it was called. Discount all of your wizards by 1, except it's not a creature, so it's actually way better. But yeah, I'm going to be running this in a Penny Dreadful league. Alright, it is round 1, or match 1. This hand has lands and a way to blink, and it probably will find ETBs. I'd rather find a Naban or Sapphire, though. That is not better. I guess I'm keeping because it's a 6, though. So I need to draw a land, and then I'm fine. Wait, it's... Oh, I thought it was... I assumed it would be Azorius Lutri control because of my opponent, and I assumed the companion was Lutri. But it's Luris. So it's some kind of Dimir Tempo deck. Please play a card. Unfortunate. Oh. I can't play that, can I? This probably gets countered. Sapphire would have been so good the turn before. Ether Spike. Why Ether Spike? Oh, it's Volatile Storm Drake. I guess I'm just playing the SGO and getting it countered. So they probably have more than 8 counterspells. Unless they're just not playing Lapse. Well, I guess it's time to Sapphire. If they don't have a counterspell, I can just go SGO here, and then maybe Thassa next turn. They have a soft counterspell. Oh, why didn't they Lapse the Sapphire? So I can go SGO into a land and then play Thassa, and there's a good chance they don't have a land. I need an answer to the board, though. So I need like Venser or something. They probably Luris. No, they just use that. Okay. Hex Parasite. To flip thing in the ice. They do need to actually have an instant or sorcery. Venser doesn't do it here, so I need to play Thassa. I might be dead. No, I can't die. Because if they flip, they lose their other creatures. This can tap creatures. It's kind of expensive. Oh, what am I... I didn't see the other card. I was trying to look at Thassa. That's actually decent though, a bounce for the thing in the ice. Or Knight. And then I can do it twice. I don't have a way to really permanently remove anything though, so they could just keep replaying Hex Parasite plus thing in the ice. Interesting attack. I guess I am willing to trade. Because I can just blink the Ether Channeler. Okay, I mean, is it Shadow? Wait, what are they doing? They aren't paying X. They're thinking they have to wait to pay X. Okay. I guess it's, they're just making it look like a mistake while they pay life for Shadow and spend extra mana for no reason. Okay, they did it. They removed the counters. Only took 5 mana and like 6 life. No Shadow. I guess I'll repeal the Knight. And then I go bounce the thing. And then I can counter it when it comes back down. So I am actually winning now. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Sapphire is just so good here. Just lets me play my card advantage and then just hold up counters for 1 mana. So I just lapse this. I can't leak the Knight, though. I can leak this. It's another one. Maybe I shouldn't be countering this. I can just bounce it every turn. A third one. Okay, well, I have another one on top. Ooh. I have another one on top, and a Knight in hand. Okay, these are... I mean, it's basically just game now. I have so much value with this, and I can just bounce their board every turn and counter anything they have to interact. And then Riptide also gives me another Ether Channeler, so that's 4 triggers each turn. So Shackles seems good here if I have enough islands, which I should have. I just drew more non-basics than normal that game. Sort of Light and Shadow could be good. I'm not sure how relevant returning cards is, but Pro Black is relevant. Is Ratchet Bomb worth it? They probably have Death Shadow, Volatile Stormdrake, Knight of the Ebon Legion, Thing in the Ice. I feel like Sleep Magic and Fresh Start are bad here. What do I not want? Fimage, maybe? Gishla Trawlers. Maybe Sword is just too slow. Do this. Could be like Essence Flux. Because 1 blink is probably not that great here. Okay. Well, this is a good Shackles hand, though, of course, they have counter spells and they're on the play. They have Knight? No. What is this? Terramander? Cantrip? Pass because of Shadow? It's Knight, okay. Leak. That doesn't really do anything. mean, it's gotta be Shadow, right? They have Hex Parasite. Copy the thing. Let's not. Am I countering this? I think yes. Okay, so the counter back. They shouldn't be able to flip thing, but even if they do, it's not too bad since they lose their other creatures. Though it does mean Shackles is pretty bad. But getting Shackles down is pretty huge. Next turn is kind of awkward. I have 3s and 2 mana play. I kind of have to make the 2 mana play. So is it Fimage? Maybe. Like, it's gotta be Thing in the Ice. Could be Hex Parasite, and then when I steal the thing I can flip it. And bounce the Fimage. I don't hate that. So can my opponent interact with the Shackles? I mean, I just let this happen and then steal it. But maybe that's a misplay because they have a 1-mana spell. Like unsummon. Oh. Well, I guess that was a misplay. I mean, I should have been pretty telegraphed that they had a 1-mana spell, because why else would they do that? And now they just don't play creatures. So I can't Shackles anything. Sapphire is really good here. They probably have a counter, though. I really want to find an island, so I can get to 7 as quickly as possible. There's an island. Do I just Sapphire? I play something. I guess I'll play Fimage. Kishla Trawlers. I guess it's Island. I don't really care about Mana Leak. Really, the only thing I care about is Essence Flux, maybe? I guess maybe I'd care about Lapse as well. Well, hopefully they're out of removal now. So they have 2 creatures in hand, Hex Parasite and Knight of the Ebon Legion. So their only card is a top deck. Okay, so they have nothing relevant. They have Luris, Knight, Hex Parasite. There's no reason to hold up Shackles. So I should just be able to trump block pretty easily. They can't really draw a double removal. And then I shackle the horror and then just block anything they play. I guess a 2/2 is better here, because they have Knight and Luris. They know I can shackle that now, so maybe they do dump their hand. I know their entire hand. So it's Luris, Knight, Hex Parasite. They play the Luris. They play them all? Yeah. Okay, so I steal the Luris. I play Fimage on Serum Visionary. No. I bounce the horror, because why not? Maybe that's a misplay, though. And then I go... I can't do anything here. Island, I guess, is the most important. So, what do I do next turn? Riptide Lab could do something. I'd probably just Riptide Lab pass, and then hold up Fencer and maybe Shackles. They could flip this with a 1-mana spell, but it wouldn't matter. Like, we'd both get 3 cards. But that's completely fine for me, because that would mean I get my ETBs again. And they do have it. Oh, they can actually kill the Fimage, right. But we're kind of in the same spot. So I just shackle this and play Venser, maybe. They drew another thing. So now I know they have nothing. Now I can let them attack and just chump with their creature. So they probably should have attacked first. They don't attack at all. Are they dead? They are dead. I have Essence Flux plus Shackles or Ether Channeler. And I know their hand, it's some creature. Alright, so I'm now 1-0. Okay, it is round 2. This hand is good. My opponent is on Yorion. I guess it's a Selesnya deck with Nature's Rhythm. Okay, so this is good. It has turn 2 Sapphire, turn 3 draw. Possibly multiple times. Okay, no Thalia, please. Fanatic. Okay, if I was on the play, this would be much better, because I could just turn 2 Sapphire, turn 3 repeal the Fanatic. Hold up Lapse. I don't know why they're saying, oh no. I'm not High Tide. Double Nature's Rhythm. Uh-oh. They didn't hit a land at least. They had a land off that. Looks like they don't have any land drops. I guess I'm repealing. And just holding up Lapse. A 3-mana card? Okay, that is not allowed to happen. Interesting. Okay. Well, please survive, Naban. They probably don't have that much removal. Probably would require them to harmonize, or just Nature's Rhythm for some medium-sized removal. They hit a 3rd Nature's Rhythm. But they don't play the Knight of Autumn, probably because they don't care about Sapphire now that I have 2 of them. But maybe they should. Oh my. Well then. I guess I'll just hold up these Essence Fluxes. They can Nature's Rhythm for 2. I really need to prevent them from getting a large power creature to stick. Do I bounce the Sapphire? I think yes. Do I also bounce an SGO? Probably not. I'll just draw. Kishla. That doesn't work. I don't have a creature. Venser, ooh. Venser ends it. I think I just hold. And I hold up my Leak plus Venser, and then next turn I do some Venser Thassa things. Well, that dies to Venser. So they can make 5 mana and harmonize the Fanatic. Or they can do that. I don't really want to leak that, but I guess. Shigeki. That doesn't do anything. I guess I don't bounce the Venser, because I can already do that. They concede. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what I was doing. I was bouncing one thing and then returning Venser to my hand. Probably a land. And I guess I was kind of locking them out there. Shackles is good. It does get removed, but that's fine. Latent Shadow, maybe? My creatures don't really die, though. And Golf is... They also play ETBs, so it's kind of bad. But I guess I probably play it. Repeal might be bad on the draw, but better on the play. Yeah, I feel like Engulf is actually really good here. But what do I remove? I kind of like the counters, but whatever. My counters are actually really good against them, so maybe I shouldn't be doing... I should probably just keep that in and get rid of... I don't even know. Because I don't really ever want to side out the Seagate Oracles. Or similar. And I want like all of my blink, all of my value. Okay, so this hand has Dowerport Mage into Seagate, which is not great. Essence Flux does Sleight of Hand plus draw a card. So I would love Sapphire, I would love Naban. Thalia, that doesn't really matter here, because this is just a creature hand. So I could go turn 3 Seagate, turn 4, play Essence Flux, then return the Seagate to hand. Brutal Cathar. I could Brutal Cathar the Brutal Cathar. Maybe next turn. I find Venser. Maybe I should have taken the land. I do kind of need a land and I don't really have draw at the moment, though I probably will. So it's harder for them to Nature's Rhythm. They find Sun Petal Grove. No Nature's Rhythm. They put Yorion in hand. Doesn't really do anything right now. So, I can go Fimage the Cathar, exile the Cathar, and then Essence Flux the Seagate Oracle to draw cards. And they probably have a somewhat difficult time actually targeting my creature to kill it. I could also get rid of Thalia, that seems bad though. I do just Essence Flux immediately, I think. I should have attacked first. Okay, Island is good. And then I can Engulf Wait, Engulf is so good here, because it leaves their Brutal Cathar without a creature to take, while also giving me back the image. It also draws 2 cards from the mage. Is this just Yorion? It doesn't really do anything here. And it does get swept up by Engulf. So I guess I hold onto the Engulf. So they find Nature's Rhythm Forest. So they can Nature's Rhythm for 6, 7 actually. What does that even find? Because it can't find Terastodon. If I Engulf first, they replay Bop, Thalia, Satyr Wayfinder maybe? And they have a Brutal Cathar. But then what do? I don't have Sapphire. I don't have Naban, though I could draw them, but then Sapphire would be expensive. I think I wait. Because they can Nature's Rhythm for a 7. And then I can copy their Brutal Cathar to kill it, maybe? It's not Sarah's Emissary. I don't know what it could be. What other 7 would they play in a deck like this? For 6, they could play like Inferno Titan. I don't know that they would, since it's off color. What 6s would they play? For 5, they have Acidic Slime. Is this Rhythm? Oh, it's actually only for 6 that they can do this, because of Thalia. No, it is 7. They have 4 from Yorion, 7 from the lands in Pop. But they just play Acidic Slime. So they can replay Thalia. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is so good for them. I could leak. Maybe I do leak now. I didn't want to, but I don't want to let this resolve. Because I get to replay Thalia. Because I would have to do Engulf in response. Or after it resolves, but that would just be even worse. And then I would get to replay the Thalia. So I'd be at 4 mana. And I can't blink the image ever. If it copies Acidic Slime, like I can't Thassa. I guess I'm countering this. And then I just Essence Flex the Seagate Oracle. Find a land, maybe find a Sapphire and a ban. So they attack with Yorion. I could also just return the Seagate. That might be better. But I'd rather not. It's better for Engulf if I do it this way. What does that mean? So I could do the same thing again where I wait to Engulf. Or I could just play Shackles and would I use it immediately on the Yorion? I don't know. Seems not great to use Shackles here. I could just hold up Venser. Yeah, I just hold up Venser as well as Engulf. And I do flip the Brutal Cathar this way, which doesn't really matter. Wait, what? Oh, I can't flip, because it's a copy. Okay, they're spending a lot of mana. It's probably Nature's Rhythm for 7. I need to check their list. I could just Venser this. I feel like that would be bad. Yeah, I feel like this isn't even that good. They don't really have... Their only 7 is Sarah's Emissary. And they could get, like, Karmic Guide to reanimate the Acidic Slime. That kind of seems like the best thing. Well, maybe not. But I don't think they have any particularly good plays. Like, Sarah's Emissary is not that good. Like, okay, you name creature. And I can't engulf it, but that's fine. I'm still just playing engulf here. I already played a land, right? So I don't fear them replaying Bop. Oh, that's bad. It starts at that so it can actually flip easily. I am about to get pro creatures though. Like, if I Fimage, I can name something else. I need to see what I could get. So I think they actually don't really have an answer to a Sarah's Emissary on creatures, so I don't really need to Fimage. If I Fimage, it's just so Shackles dying doesn't give them the ability to hurt me. Because really their only answer to this is killing the Shackles. So I can just copy the Sarah's Emissary, and they can't really target it. I don't think they can at all. I don't know if they have an answer to this. Just Fimage on Sarah's. Because all of the removal is on a creature, so they can't target it. And then they just can't hurt me when I have it. Like, they can Terastodon. They can kill all my lands. So what am I doing next? I'm just holding up Fencer just in case they have something. Though it's not like Fencer actually does that much, so I'm probably playing Fencer holding, or playing Shackles holding up Fencer. Or just going Dowerport Mage, Shackles. Okay, so I just attack with these, and then next turn it's lethal. And it should be pretty unstoppable. Because they don't have, like, Fateful Absence or whatever. Revel Arc? What's the point of this? I guess there are a lot of, like Thalia, the Satyr Wayfinders, Cathar. Do you actually evoke it though? Or just play it and blink it? I don't know. Maybe there's an infinite with Eldrazi Displacer? Probably not. No, there's not. Not even close. I guess if you could give your creatures haste, you could get Fanatic of Ronus with Eldrazi Displacer, but you couldn't make colorless. And you can't give your creatures haste in this deck. I'm guessing my opponent is thinking about... Wait, actually, they exiled... I thought they had more Nature's Rhythm in the graveyard. I guess that was last game. I guess they're thinking about what they can tutor with Nature's Rhythm. Three. They get Knight of Autumn. That doesn't do anything, though. They need to be able to target my Sarah's Emissary, so they don't just die. Because I can just shackle theirs still. Well, I guess if they remove the other shackles... And they can... Wait, no, I have 8 lands. Oh, I should have stolen the Hogak so they couldn't do that. Because now they just kill the other shackles. Yeah, I thought I had 6 lands for whatever reason. But I already stole this. I don't know. Now I just get another way to kill an artifact. So I definitely punted. They get Knight of Autumn. No, Acidic Slime. Okay. I definitely did not play this correctly. Because I cannot do anything about this. Yet. But I can't target my own creatures. Wait, can I? Oh, well, not with Venser, Dowerport, or Thassa. So I can't steal anything relevant here. Yeah, I threw. I should have stolen the Gak. Or I should have held up Venser instead of playing the Dowerport Mage. So I guess I go SGO, SGO, Yorion. Or just win the game. That's good too. Okay. I did a little bit of misplaying, but I still got there. Alright, it is round 3, or match 3. This hand is good. It has Sapphire and 2 creatures. Okay, I don't know what this means. They're not playing Yorion. They're playing at least Selesnya. Probably a Nature's Rhythm deck. Could be an Enchantress? Probably not. It's probably a deck that no one has really played this season, considering who my opponent is. Huntsman's Redemption. So they want to sacrifice a creature so they can tutor a creature. Do I just bounce the beast? If I was going to, I would wait. I don't really care if they tutor a creature with that. Maybe I should be keeping Lapse here. I don't know. I'd rather have gas, I think. They don't sack anything. Oh, it's some kind of Saga deck. I guess I'm countering that then. So basically reanimates sagas, or just lets you play sagas from the yard once a turn. And also loots. Oh my. Okay, Jolted Awake. I really don't want that to live, though it is kind of slow at getting value, and I'm potentially able to get value faster than my opponent. So how do I stop Rydia? I kinda can't. I can try to bounce it every turn. And maybe I do just Venser here. I think I'll Essence Flux first. Please no Thunder Magic. Okay, so I have Essence Flux on top. I should have waited for this Saga to go off. So I guess what I need is Thassa, so I can blink the Venser every turn. So they replay the Rydia, and then what? Just play some random value card, maybe a Saga. It is kind of unfortunate that my deck is pretty much incapable of actually removing creatures. Okay, Huntsman's Redemption, which they could have played this turn, but they choose to play Garnet instead. Ooh, that is very good. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work yet. Seagate Oracle would have been much better here. Much, much better. So I can bounce the Rydia again to try to prevent them from doing things with the Saga, or I can just let them make 3/3s. I kind of prefer that. Do I attack? Yes. So I can go into ban and then play Yorion and still have Essence Flux up. So I get double, or I get 4 Visionary triggers, and then 2 Venser triggers plus maybe 4, or no, 4 total if I Essence Flux as well. It does require them to not interact, which seems likely. Actually, I did not realize how much damage I had taken. I'm close to dead. That probably doesn't matter though. Though I am dead to Burst Lightning. So they reanimate Huntsman's Redemption, they attack so they can do the 3/3 thing again, which is not really good against me. They go Teachings of the Kirin. Do they want the mill? Why did they do that? Those are all pretty weak modes. I guess their other card is 2 mana is why? Oh. Wait, so they can just... Wow. Wait, what? This gets 3 +1/+1 counters from that? Wow. And they get to make 3 1/1s mill 9 cards next turn? Well, I think I still win. So I go into ban. I go Yorion. And we'll see what happens. So I go bounce the Garnet, bounce the Rydia for now. Draw but 1,000,000 cards. Maybe should be keeping SGO. Not the lands. Okay, do I keep Sapphire? No. Okay, so my opponent gets to do a lot of things with the teachings. I really wanted to find a Thassa. So they don't go any wider until they get to the flip. And they aren't currently wide enough to do anything. Wait, how do they have 3 cards in hand? Oh right, I bounced 2 of them. So they have Rydia, they have the Garnet, and then they have their whatever they drew this turn. They do care about energy, which is mostly just for Jolted Awake, but why do they even care about hitting more than 2 mana creatures, if their 2 mana creatures are what matter? A fight spell. Well, Essence Flux is quite good here. So I have to blink Venser. Can't blink Yorion. Wait. Oh, they're both removing and putting a counter on. Okay. What am I bouncing here? Just some creature? It's not a good use of Venser, but I guess. So I know what their card is. It's the Garnet, which does nothing right now. So I think Yorion wins the game. Because I get to go Ether Channeler. Oh, that's nice. I get to go Ether Channeler. Bounce that. Bounce that. And then I blink the Yorion. I could have attacked with 2/2s. No, that would have been a misplay. Maybe like 1 Serum Visionary could have attacked. So, Yorion. And my opponent concedes. Okay, so I had 4 bounces plus... Well, I didn't have Essence Flux anymore, but I could have bounced 2 spirits, 2 lands, whatever. Or 2 spirits plus 2 lands, something like that. Or just 4 spirits. And I had so many blockers, and then I was drawing so many cards the next turn, I was going to be able to blink way more. So yeah, we both did a very similar value thing, but I went bigger with mine. They had to be more aggressive, and that isn't really possible with Saga value. Okay, Shackles does seem quite good here. Fire and Ice, it doesn't make my things unblockable, but dealing 2 damage does seem really good. Light and Shadow doesn't necessarily make my things unblockable. It's also not very relevant. Ratchet Bombs could be good. And Golf does seem really good, actually. I think I just play those instead. Sleep Magic seems good here. Fresh Start, maybe a little worse. Or maybe it's better. I don't know. I'll go 1 and 1. So what's bad? Kishla, the things don't really die. Counters are maybe bad on the draw. Repeal is good, I think. Image? I don't know. So what is bad here? Repeal hits Bop, hits Garnet, hits Rydia. Maybe it is bad. Maybe it's just another leak. Is Darport Mage good? I feel like maybe that should be the side out. I really wish I had Step Through, mostly just so I could actually find a ban. They should really be a 60 card deck. That's the only game where I played Yorion, and it did win the game, so maybe it's not that bad. But it does seem pretty rare for Yorion to actually matter, and having less cards in the deck to make you more likely to draw Sapphire in a ban is pretty important, I think. Okay, they have Iridia. I have no 2-drops. So they can go... I mean, this card is just so good. Like, you just play this on turn 2. On turn 3, you just play a land, and then you have a thing to... It's like you draw a card, essentially. Oh, what is that order? If I had Demand last turn, I would just win the game. Like, I actually would have just won if I had Demand last turn. Because I would have gone Seagate Oracle, and then I would have had lands. Okay, they reanimate that. It is kind of slow, though. I still really need a land. The third chapter is actually really relevant here. These aren't very aggressive at all. Oh, what is this? 2 counters, and then... Well, that third chapter is quite good. That is unfortunate. I could Sleep Magic the Iridia, and then just play in a ban. I am taking a bit of damage. I do really need to draw land, though I don't necessarily need it now. I could go Seagate Oracle and then hold up Essence Flux, maybe. And I just really needed to have either an island or the Nibbana a turn earlier. I think I'm just dead now. Because I can't engulf anymore. I mean, I guess I could chump block next turn and then engulf. They could replay their things then. Like, if they... I really want to block and then Essence Flux, but they're going to fight the Nibbana, so I have to Essence Flux that. And not draw cards. Oh, it just dies anyway. And untaps that. Yeah, I think the game is over. Okay, yeah, that is the downside of Sleep Magic. Fight spells are just so good against it. Maybe it is Ratchet Bomb. But on what? It's probably just put a leak back in. So I just need to do my own thing. Just either a Sapphire or an Aban. On turn 2. Well, that is neither. And this hand is pretty bad. Am I mulling? I think I have to mulligan. Like, even if I find a land, it's not that good. It's really entirely dependent on shackles. This is not necessarily better. What do I even keep here? It's never Thassa, right? And vents are... I think I just have to draw something. Maybe I shouldn't be playing the Lonely Sandbar because I might draw some lands and want to cycle it. Yeah, I probably should have played Island first. And then waited. Okay. I just need any kind of ETB wizard creature. That is scary. I could lose Naban to a fight spell. Shackles? Not really what I wanted, but it works maybe? I have a lot of mana to do stuff with. Hopefully they don't have any disenchants, because I'm super weak to that right now. Okay, that's fine. I've Jolted Awake. I can't play a creature here. Or can I? No, because they just do it on the 1/1. So I have some things to do. But I don't have the mana to do them all. Like, I want to ban Seagate and then Engulf. But I can't really do that because I can't play Naban Seagate right now. And I just don't have enough lands to engulf anything. With that ability. If I steal it and it dies, I get the cards. But that would be pretty difficult to have it die. Wait. You can fight your own creature. Wait, which one is fighting which? Spirit Token is the one that needs to die. Well, obviously. Spirit Token needs to die to Garnet. But if I steal Spirit Token, it doesn't fight. Because the target is invalid. So I have to steal Garnet to prevent them from drawing. And I have to do it now. They put even more counters. I threw. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I needed to steal the spirit. I could have just stolen the spirit and then chump blocked the Garnet. I don't know. Engulf just needs to work here and it doesn't. Because I just don't have lands. So I'm probably just dead. So what are the relevant plays here? I mean, it's mostly just putting stats in play. Wait, what? Wow. I mean, this card is kind of insane. It does 3 different things for 1 mana. Like, it's just so much. It has so many upsides after being a fight spell for a deck like my opponent's. Okay. So, it's possible that my opponent can't do anything here. And I'm actually kind of winning if that's true. So I need Island. Okay, do I find Island or Seagate? Probably Seagate. The best card would have been Essence Flux. Maybe Lapse. I don't know. Fimage. Why are they making the bop so big? Just to get out of range of Shackles and Engulf, I guess? So they probably don't realize I have Engulf in my deck. It's just to get out of Shackles range. Which doesn't make it weak to a bounce, but if I have a bounce, I can bounce multiple things anyway. Fresh start. Make it 1 power. And lose flying. This is why I should have taken the land, I guess. I want to play Thassa because having it in play is better than having a random Seagate, but I need to play Seagate if I want to find a land this turn. Okay, I think I'm winning now. They shouldn't be able to kill Naban because all of the removal is fight spells, I think. And Fresh Start is a counter to that. Wow. I mean, that was pretty terrible. They drew a lot of cards and they were all lands, I guess. But I think I was winning regardless, just because I had so much value here, and their value is just so much less than mine, with Naban and all the blinks. Alright, it is match 4. Still undefeated. No companions from my opponent. This hand is great. Has Sapphire into creatures. All it needs is Naban and it wins. I will lead with Lonely Sandbar. I do really like this just because I don't have any 1-mana plays, so it's kind of free to have tap lands. Though, I have had quite a few issues with Engulf the Shore and Shackles. Though, there are better ways to solve that, like the legendary land that untaps a legendary. I should cut that. Maybe some other things. Okay, Copperline Gorge has. So it's probably Lumbertwin. Alright, another opponent that thinks I'm on High Tide, I guess? Opponent does not realize about that Familiars is also a deck. It's not just Tide. Okay, so I really need to remove this. I should have played this before playing the land. Oh right, I don't have... For some reason I thought I had Naban. So they do not replay it, they play a Combat Celebrant. They play a... Oh no, it's Scrap Shooter. Imagine if I had Lapse or Leak. I could just counter this. This deck plays like 4 Scrap Shooters in the main deck. That is unfortunate. I could play... So I could have played the Seagate Oracle because it's more likely to find a land, but I feel like I don't necessarily need a land. Okay, so Naban is very good. I can't find a land right away with it, so there's no point in playing Flux now. It is a little unfortunate, I can't play anything else with Naban. Imagine if I had Sapphire with it, I could do so many things. Scrap Shooter 2. Palu Kranos. Okay. So it is a Lumbertwin. This isn't normal. Most people don't play Palucranos. I didn't even realize we had it. I thought we lost it. So I'm kind of thinking I can Essence Flux now. I'm kind of afraid of removal is why I want to Essence Flux now, but I don't want to get comboed. I kind of want to hold up Essence Flux for the Channeler so I can bounce something at instant speed. Or just jump block and do something with that. I don't think I do jump block though. Like, I'm not afraid of... maybe I should be afraid of Nature's Rhythm, even though they can't harmonize. Because they can get a 5 mana card. Okay, they're not really doing anything. Double Fanatic. So either Channeler might solo. Combat Celebrant. Okay, so they have nothing to interact with me, which means Bounce could just own them. I mean, Thassa is how you do that. Ooh, Shackles. Shackles is really good here, I think. Maybe it's Thassa and just bounce 2 creatures. I'm kind of dying if I do that, though. Like, Shackles is unfortunate when I have 5 wizards in hand and in a ban. Or 5 ways of ETBing a wizard. So I am stealing Palucranos. Or maybe it's Combat Celebrant. I could just let that flip. Let's think about this. I mean, if it flips, I just throw chump blockers at it until I bounce it. So I don't really care. So I just need them to not top deck something like Nature's Rhythm. If they go to combat, I just target Celebrant. Because I don't care if the creature dies, so it doesn't matter what the toughness is, and that's kind of the most important one. So they can't just Kiki. They swing out. I'm scared. I feel like that's a burn spell, but like attacking with Fanatic of Ronus, that is scary. Oh, they just have nothing. But they didn't flip Palucranos. Interesting. I feel like that was a terrible attack. Because now they lose 2, they lost 3 creatures, and now they're not really threatening to kill me. Okay, I'll play Serum Visionary here. Bottom, bottom. Flux is good. I wanted to just Shackles here. But maybe... I think I have to just assume they won't draw anything. No, I'll Shackles. So, hitting Fanatic wouldn't really matter. Like, if they draw Nature's Rhythm, it does, but if they draw Nature's Rhythm, I'm dead. So... that might be a miss... No, it doesn't really matter what I do. So, am I stealing the Palu Kranos? Yes. They can't make a lot of mana now, so it doesn't really matter if they have Nature's Rhythm. They would have already used it too, so... Shackles is quite good here. Fire and Ice. They have a lot of green creatures, so I feel like I can't really get through. So, Fresh Start and Golf. Fresh Start hits Combat Celebrant. And Kiki, I guess. Is it good against their random creatures? It's good against Bristlebud. I mean, it like removes Scrapshooter, I guess. It is going to remove all of their creatures, which maybe doesn't matter that much. I don't really care about their creatures beating down. I think I'm more afraid of the combo. And Golf is probably... I mean, it hits most things, assuming I actually draw islands, but if I draw non-islands, it doesn't. Repeal on the draw is maybe bad. Would be a lot better on the play. Maybe counters are a lot worse on the draw, like Leak. I'll try this. So Sapphire is kind of incredibly important in this matchup. But it also just dies to their 4 of Scrapshooter. And then they can also tutor some kind of disenchant with Nature's Rhythm. Has Naban. Has a Lapse. And this maybe works. Maybe I should be mulling this. I mean, I probably do draw a Wizard in the first 4 turns. They don't play a Lumberjack, despite revealing a card. So they probably have Fanatic. They have nothing? What? It's not Naban though, is it? I just lapse whatever they play and then play Shackles. Hopefully not a Scrapshooter. They play nothing again. I'm kind of scared of playing Shackles. I might just Yorion, but then I have to discard. It's not Yorion, is it? Like, Shackles is good, but they have a Scrapshooter. There's a good chance. And then they have a creature that I can't really answer. Because I need to draw a Wizard. If I had a Wizard already, I could just play Shackles, and if it gets answered, I just play Naban, hold up Lapse, and then go Wizard. That is a very strange start from Lumbertwin to not have anything for the first. 3 turns. Okay. Now what? It's Shackles. It probably wasn't Shackles. I probably should have gone Sapphire and Naban. And then, if they played Fnatic, I play Shackles, because I don't want them to know I have it. And I'd rather have Sapphire Medallion die to a Scrapshooter than Shackles. But it does just happen. Okay, so not... I have 2 Scrapshooter targets now, which I guess is good. So the Fnatic mana could be pretty relevant for me. Okay, Thunder Magic, that's kind of expected. They had nothing going on, so it's kind of expected they had a more reactive hand. And that's fine. So I can Shackle that. I don't really want them attacking. So I guess I do. The Essence Flux has the bad text. It doesn't return under your control, it returns under its owner's control. So Yorion doesn't really do anything here. I guess I just hold up Venser. The 5/5 is not very relevant. It's just that I didn't want my opponent to get the attack ability. This looks like Nature's Rhythm. Could be Inferno Titan. Trumpeting Carnosaur. I don't think I can let that happen. Oh right, I have Sapphire. Oh, that's very good. So now I can go Riptide and then just hold up Venser. Or I can go Yorion, hold up Essence Flux. That seems worse. I will use it now to play around Thunder Magic, though it is pretty easy for them to kill Naban. So I guess if they're playing Carnosaur, they would need a land. A red land. Which might be difficult, because Game Trail is tapped, Thran Portal is tapped, the Fast Land is tapped. It's really just Forest, or maybe a 1-of Mountain. Or they could just not play the Carnosaur. If they do nothing, I probably have to do nothing. I can't just play Venser. Okay, I mean this is completely fine. I don't even put Yorion in hand, it doesn't matter. And having a lot of mana for this Riptide plus Flux plus Venser thing is important. This has a really powerful synergy right now. I have Venser and it doesn't even get stopped by removal. So what do I do if they Carnosaur? It's just Riptide Lab, right? Thunder Magic. There's really no reason to Venser, right? So I target Naban. And I target Game Trail. I need to leave it in play so I can Essence Flux. Because I really want to be able to interact with the creature here. Don't want to just let them resolve something. Okay, they have a Forest in hand, which means I have one relevant card. So if it isn't really cheap, then I can just bounce it, and they can't replay it. Okay, so I'm now 4-0. Okay, it's the trophy match. If I win, I'm 5-0. And I'm facing a Yorion Mirror. Okay, so I'm on the draw. No Sapphire, no Naban. This is maybe fine, though. Has lands, has the creatures. The ETBs. Forbidden Orchard. What does that mean? Normally this would mean it's a combo deck that's pretty fast, so it doesn't really care about what the opponent does, but I guess my opponent has so many colors in their deck that they can't reliably make them without a card like this. That seems terrible, though. If you're playing a mid-range pile, giving your opponent 1/1s is so bad. Kiki Jiki. So they're playing like Bring to Light twin combo? Bring to Light Twin combo. So I have interaction for that in the form of Bounce, and Counterspells, and Venser. Okay, so yeah. It does really suck to not have Naban and Sapphire. Naban or Sapphire, I mean. Because, in addition to being the best cards in the deck, you also have like no 2-mana plays aside from them. There's also the counterspells, but your opponent might not play a card. And you also just, and yeah, I just don't have them here, so. So it's probably 5 colors. Probably playing Niv Mizzet Reborn, at least as a 1-of for Bring to Light. I'm guessing no one else has played this deck this season. Okay, no plays. So I play Serum Visionary. See if I can find a Sapphire or Naban. And I guess counterspells are good. Okay, I keep a leak. The land is bad, I already have enough. More than enough. It is kind of awkward though. Just going like turn 3 Serum Visionary, turn 4 another Seagate Oracle type card is just so weak. So you really need like a Sapphire or a Naban, or the deck is just so bad. Though I guess you can just win a mid-range mirror by playing Counterspell into that. 4-mana card. Flame Tongue Kavu. Huge combo with Forbidden Orchard to get a target. Kessig Wolf Run. Why is that in the deck? So it's at least Naya? But why would they have Forbidden Orchard and Naya? The mana is already really good. I could hold up Venser. I kind of want to because it's my only 4-mana play. I'm gonna do 3+2 next turn. Though I could just play Seagate. I mean, they can't play Niv Mizzet or Bring to Light for 5. So my only plays here are Essence Flux and Lonely Sandbar. Okay, Sapphire is great. Yeah, so if they didn't have the Kessig Wolf Run, I would be a lot more afraid of Bring to Light on 5. But they just don't. So now I can go Sapphire plus Seagate Oracle and then hold up Leak. Another colorless land? It's gotta be Naya. But why are they playing this? They have 8 fast lands. 8 pain lands. No, 12 pain lands. Oh my. Okay, well, they can still play Kiki with 2 wastes. Because of the filter. Do I chump? It's not like these tokens are really doing anything anyway. I would love a Shackles. Kiki would actually be really good for me. But I just go Sapphire and then bounce the Kiki. And if they replay it, I leak. My deck should be quite good at playing the slow game, because I just play Seagate Oracles, chain them, and I have Yorion, and I have Riptide Lab to get a bunch of value, Towerport Mage, things like that. Though I could definitely lose the late game to a removal deck, just because I can't actually get my value going. Another Orchard. So I'm guessing they are Naya. But it's just so weird to have Forbidden Orchard when you already have the best mana of any color combination for 3 colors. It is Kiki. So Safekeeper kind of implies that they're playing Titania. Kish the Trawlers. That is pretty good here, I think. Because Leak counters a lot of relevant cards. Though it might fall off pretty soon. Wait, it's not a wizard. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it's not a wizard, because the doubling the trigger doesn't really matter anyway. Because you have to exile more from your graveyard. I mean, it's not irrelevant. They never block. And I don't really care about the creature anyway. Are they actually thinking about this? With a Safekeeper? So they don't have Titania or a Tutor. Because otherwise they would definitely not block. I guess it's not Bring to Light, but it is almost definitely a Nature's Rhythm deck. It definitely should be. Just because every green deck should be. Elite Spellbinder. Well, that turns off Mana Leak. Which I assume is what they hit here. Though if they're not playing anything else this turn, maybe they just hit Venser. That'd probably be a misplay though. If they don't have anything good here, it's not really relevant regardless. They probably just play Yorion in hand. But that would give me 2 creatures. I am kind of the worst deck for taking advantage of the 1/1s. Though, I could do something pretty soon. That's good. Like, I can just all-out attack right now. I could maybe hold back the Seagate Oracle. No, I just use Riptide Lab if they block with the Kavu. And they do. I'm pretty sure. And then they block the Spellbinder on the Kishla. They don't have Yorion in hand, but they could play it by playing it on tapped land. And they have 3 things, so it's pretty good. Less good now. Wait, no, okay. So I bounce that and then play the Thassa. Or do I? I mean, it doesn't blink anything. I guess I just hold up Venser. Do I? That's 3 mana. Everything is 3 mana. Or 2. So I can't play 2 cards. Unless I find something off Seagate. I guess I wait. I mean, I only really lose if my opponent sneaks a powerful card under my Vensers and Mana Leak. Double white. What does that mean? Karmic Guide. But they know about Mana Leak, so why did they do that? That would be pretty scary, just getting back Kiki and another card. And repeatedly reanimating, potentially. I'd still probably win, though. Okay, I'll go Seagate and then Thassa. Ooh, Flux. My opponent says GG. That is game 1, though. So Shackles does seem pretty good. They're playing Kiki combo, probably Nature's Rhythm, so Shackles are just good against all of those kinds of decks, because they're mid-rangey and creature-based. And their creatures are actually really good for me. So the removal is bad. They already give me creatures as removal. And Golf is bad. They don't go that wide. Sword of Light and Shadow seems kind of good. Fire and Ice could also be good. Though the swords do have the problem where they're just expensive and clunky. Pretty much regardless of the matchup. Repeal seems worse. I don't know if they're even playing Fnatic. Counterspells are good. Darport is good. What's bad? Kishla is actually really good in this matchup. I don't know. Image is good, I think, but I have to side out something. Maybe that's what Kishla Trawlers is for. Even when it's in a matchup that's good for it, I side it out. Okay, this is a very good hand. Has Sapphire into Seagate hold up Lapse. If image copying Seagate is good. Naban would end it. I think I can tap out for Medallion. Like, really the only thing I'd be afraid of is a disenchant. I mean, I could wait until turn 3 to play it. Maybe I should, actually. If I draw a land on turn 1, I will cycle the sandbar. Okay, another Forbidden Orchard start. I don't know why they're playing that as a 4-of. At least I assume it's a 4-of. Like, I've never seen a fast land from them. Or a pain land, I think. They're playing a bunch of colorless lands? I mean, maybe they're only playing 2. I don't know. Yavany Township? They didn't seem to have that many creatures, or ways to make a lot of creatures. Okay, I said I was going to... I don't know why I did that. Now I want to turn 3 Sapphire, but I can't hold up a counter on turn 2 then. Because I, for some reason, played an island. I still could play Sapphire, or just cycle the sandbar. I guess I will now. It's kind of hard for them to disenchant, maybe? Probably not. Oh no. I might actually lose because I cycled the sandbar, or didn't play it on turn 1. Because if they disenchant the Sapphire, I have nothing now. And even if they don't, it would be so much better for me to have an island here. But if I do draw an island, it is very good for me. I mean, even if I don't, since they're not removing Sapphire, I can just go Naban, hold up counter, and then go Seagate, hold up counter. Oh, but I just find it. So yeah, my opponent just can't resolve a card here, and they actually missed a land drop. So they are completely dead. Okay, I got the 5-0. Okay, so that was my run with Mono Blue Yorion Wizards. So I ended up 5-0. I only dropped a single game. And that was to Tom Sonic on the Saga deck. So Sapphire Medallion and Naban, definitely the best cards of the deck. The deck kind of doesn't work very well without them, because either your Seagate Oracle type cards are just too clunky and slow, unless you have Medallion, and they're fine if you have Naban, because then you're just drawing enough cards where it doesn't matter, and you're gonna find a Sapphire if you're doing things with Naban. But yeah, the deck is probably not that good. It maybe shouldn't play Yorion at all. I think I only used it like 1 game, and it was pretty important that game, like it single-handedly won me the game. But it's probably better to just draw Sapphire and Naban more often. But yeah, I do think this deck is very fun. I do really like Familiars as a deck. And this is kind of the only way it can be played since we don't have Ghostly Flicker or anything similar. And we don't have like Frantic Search to go infinite once you do that. But I might try it with red for Harmonic Prodigy, in addition to Naban, and then play 60 cards. So you can like always have Naban, Harmonic Prodigy, or Sapphire. But yeah, that was my run with this deck.